不管是什么样的状况，我们都非常需要讲出自己需要什么，但这偏偏又不是非常简单，对吧？因为通常这代表我们必须得拒绝别人的请求。那今天就来让我们谈谈 How do we talk about our needs? Hello, 欢迎来到 Executive Plus 主管与沟通力的 Podcast. I'm Sherry, an educator, certified coach, and style enthusiast. 我相信专业有效的沟通是语言跟逻辑的完美结合。
And I'm Nick, a startup consultant, corporate trainer, and late-night gaming junkie. I believe great communication requires the right mindset and solid frameworks.
我们希望带给大家职场英语的技能、跨文化沟通技巧与其他能帮助您成为出色领导者的工具。
Join us each week as we share our experience, research, and methodologies to take your communication and language skills from good to great. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Executive Plus podcast. Today, we want to tackle the subject of explaining what you need. And rather than giving you a bunch of blanket phrases, we actually want to talk about the specific times where it is useful to be general about what you need and the times that you should give a little bit more detail to explain what you need.
没错，有的时候说出自己的需求，但是会因为情况不一样，我们可能有时候要比较具体，但是有时候又可能需要你比较 general 一点。So we're going to talk about different scenarios. 可能有一些是在工作场合一定会碰到的，或者是平常我们在社交的场合会碰到。But I wanted to lay out the basis of the required language that we can use when we talk about our needs here. Just some really simple phrases. For example, I prefer, I would prefer, I need more of, and I desperately need.
With the foundation set of our key phrases, be sure to listen for them when we get into our examples. But let's talk a bit about the difference of when it's useful to be specific and when you should be general. Now, there's not really a hard, fast rule. What we're giving you is examples or some guidelines to think about when it comes to the difference of being specific or being general. Let's start with being specific. When does it go to your advantage to be specific? Well, a few examples we could think of is when you're declining more work at your job. We actually did a whole episode on this. But when it comes to declining more work or telling your boss no, the more specific you can be, the easier it is for them to accept your reasoning. Whereas just saying no will often end in an argument or a bad feeling about you from your boss. Another time that it's useful to be specific is when you're requesting something special. So anyone who's been in a relationship out there all knows the feeling of what do I do for an anniversary? What do I do for a birthday? And when you ask the other person, they're like, I don't know, just think of something good, like something I want. And then that creates a different set of anxiety. So when requesting something special, we recommend being specific about what you need.
所以到底什么时候要用比较具体的方式呢？第一个，也就是我们讲的，当你要拒绝，比如说你主管希望你再多拿一个 project， 你再多做一点事情，那你现在真的没有办法了。那这个时候呢，当我们讲出需求的时候，你就可以提的比较具体的一些 example 还有原因。那另外一个也就是当有一些特殊的请求的时候，你真的很需要什么，你有特殊的请求，那当然就很需要一些具体的原因，还有为什么你想要做出这些请求。So let's give them an example.
So the first example is related to work. If I said, Sherry, I'd like you to head up the Family Mart project.
Thank you for thinking of me. However, right now I'm trying to wrap up a bunch of proposal. I really need 2 to 3 days to just focus on that. So I'd like to discuss the Family Mart after I'm finished. 当我在讲到 I really need 这个部分，我们就可以用刚刚在节目之前我们有讲可以替代的一些 phrases. For example, I prefer or I would prefer or I desperately need. 如果这个是你真的非常需要的时间的话，这些也都是一些 options.
in the work example, it just makes a lot of sense to be specific. As we said in the podcast episode talking about saying no to your boss, if you're not specific, it just makes it look like you're not listening or you're not willing to take on extra work. But by being specific, I need or I'd prefer 2 to 3 days to focus on that. Now it's a question of, do they need to reprioritize? Do they need to work this out with you rather than just going, what do you mean no? You have time, handle it.
Yeah, and I like it when we're more specific on the number of days or the amount of time, right? 我们在时间上面，可能需求的时间上面非常的具体。那当然这样子的也能够让对方更了解他可能他在时间安排上面他可以怎么样做一些改变。So I really like that example. So let's talk about when we have something very special to request. 那我们在制作这节目的时候，我们就想到了可能是这种生活上蛮常发生。然后刚刚 Nick 有提到，可能女生比较想要特别的一点 celebrate 可能我们的 anniversary， 有时候会不好意思讲啊，不想讲出来，不想讲那么明白，那很希望对方马上就知道我们要什么。
But to me, I think this is like the same as if you have a specific food allergy or specific food preference. And if you went to a restaurant and you were just like, I think you should recommend something special. But maybe, like in my case, I don't like fish, but I don't say that.
Yeah.
They're just going to bring me something and I may not like it. When it comes to requesting something specific, think about it in terms of like food preference or food allergy at a restaurant. Just say what you would like to say. In this case, I could say something like, where would you like to go for your birthday?
And I would say, I'd prefer to spend a weekend relaxing. I need to recharge after this whole online school situation with my daughter. Could we book that beach resort in Kenting that has all the private beach chairs? So here 我们就使用了 I'd prefer, I would prefer 来做一个句子的开始。那当然在这个地方我们也很具体的提了我们希望什么，还有要到哪一个 hotel, 哪一个 resort. So I think this way you can limit the misunderstanding or confusion that may cause if you're not very specific. Yeah, so I think this is a really good way to talk about what you really need. But what about when we need to be general? 我觉得这个还蛮有趣的。通常我们会 advocate, right? Be specific. 但因为具体总是会有减少一些 misunderstanding. 但是偏偏就有一些状况，我们是要比较 general 一点，比较笼统一点。Let's talk about in what kind of situation we actually need to be general.
Being general can be useful when you're trying to let someone down nicely. For example, if someone requests you go out for a social gathering or potentially asks you on a date, this is one of those times where being specific can be very painful. And sometimes being more general in talking about what you need will let them down nicely, but give a sense of what you actually want. The other time is when you're trying to avoid a longer conversation. The more specific you are, the more it incites longer conversation or potentially a debate about details. But being general in this case about what you need can help you move on.
That's right. 所以啦，如果你要拒绝人家的要求，那这个要求可能是 asking you out on a date， 或者是想要邀你出去喝个东西啊，然后你真的很不想 ，OK， declining 的，你要拒绝人家，或者呢，可能这个人你真的不是很喜欢跟他说话，那你很希望能够赶快的离开这个 conversation， 我们都可以利用 be very general， 那用这样子的一个方式，其实都可以让我们赶快的离开这些 conversation, right? Here's an example.Let's say I want to ask Nick to go out on a weekend. So I say, hey, would you like to grab a drinks with the team on Saturday afternoon?
That sounds nice, but I've been putting off things at home. I prefer to join you next time after I've sorted out everything in the house.
So I don't think I would be that hurt after you said that.
Well, this sparked an interesting debate before we recorded this podcast because Miss Sherry wrote down an example that was very specific if someone had asked her on a date. And I had to let her know that that would not feel good.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example that I wrote. 那 Nick 是看了之后他就觉得说 Sherry 我觉得这个 example 不太好。我就说如果有一个人问呢 Oh, would you like to go out with me on Saturday? 那你就可以说 Oh, I would prefer to stay home and recharge and read a book. 然后 Nick 就跟我说那个很伤人你知道吗？因为他就会把他跟那个 book 去连在一起 right? You're gonna equate yourself with that book. 所以呢Nick 就说其实啊你越 general 越好反而不要 specific.
Right. This is the opposite of the conversation we had about being specific with your boss. Because if you give your boss some kind of specific, like, I'm working on this project, would you like me to take on another project? They have to think about priority.
Yeah.
They're making a comparison of what's more important. Well, when you're rejecting someone for a date or a dinner thing, you're creating the same thought in their mind, which is, whatever you're going to do instead, if it's very specific, is a comparison to hanging out with you. So if you're like, hey, would you like to grab dinner this weekend? And they're like, no, I just really need to stay home and wash my hair. That may be true. That may be something they need to do to relax. But now you're going, dinner with me versus washing your hair, and I lost. Yeah, very brutal.
It does sound to me that, Nick, you had some experience.
I'm just saying.
All right, okay. So here's another example, right? Here is you're trying to avoid a longer conversation example. Now, 我可能问 Nick, would you like to come to the office and discuss the file that we put together last week?
I'm really swamped right now. I'd prefer to come find you another time. I'll let you know.
So this is definitely a more... Because you just say you're very swamped. 那不知道的人 I'm very swamped 就是我现在真的非常的忙碌。那他没有在讲他在忙什么，他是讲我非常的忙碌。So this is a very general way to say that you don't want to be there.
Right. This is one of those cases where if you got more specific, like when will I come see you, then they will start to expect that. Or if you were like, oh, I'm really busy right now with the X file. And then they'd be like, well, that's not due for another month or something. You just come over here right now. That specificity can get you into some kind of issues or into a longer discussion. So being general here allows you to just kind of move on.
I really hope you guys like all of the examples that we provided. 那如果你觉得我在约会的时候或者是我要人家跟我出去的话我比较希望他跟我非常 specific 的话 I don't know, you can let us know.
Yeah, just find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, or leave us a comment and let us know what are times where you think it's appropriate to be specific and when you think you should be general.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
The Executive Plus podcast is a Presentality Group production, produced and hosted by Sherry Fang and Nick Howard. You can search us on Facebook, 主管英文 Executive Plus. You can also find us on Instagram, Communication R&D, and email us at sherry@epstyleplus.com.